up in a dinged up whip. This ain't Pepto.
Today, from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And able to get this out to the 25. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And what I'm looking for from him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. Doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season-open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I missed it, it would have been a different story.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Cook on the carry.
There are the numbers for Cook from a week ago. He was, without a doubt, one of the catalysts in that victory.
And he can really be the glue that makes this offense go, because when defenders have to commit to stopping him, that just opens up more opportunities in the passing game.
On second down, it's Cook, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
The ball carrier.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. He swallowed him up. And he finds Cook. And he will have a Vikings first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So, second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So, if they can get him going to the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Smith catches left side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. Yeah.
Oh.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Out of the gun now on third down. This will be caught inside the 10. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
So out comes Justin Rohrwasser in the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead.
Vikings 3, Bears 0.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On play action, they'll throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
The pass intended for Allen Robinson.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Back deep, Patrick Peterson. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Vikings will take over here first and 10.
28-yard line.
The Vikings offense making their way back out. Now let's give you a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. And it's right about this time of the year that you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
It certainly is, because we all know everyone is aiming for that #1 seed. But failing that, because only 2 teams in the NFL get a bye, 1 from each conference, that question becomes who's hot? Who's peaking at the right time as you start the playoffs?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And he takes this all the way down to the Bears' 21-yard line. A big play there out of Cook. 51 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, but for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On the ground, it's Cook. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Second and 11. The left side completion to Jones. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
The pass intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He hit his first, this one from 38. Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first.
Makes the score Vikings 6, Bears 0.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goal is probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. And it's a good news, bad news proposition for them. Mostly good news, and that's that they clinched a playoff spot. That's the important thing. Bad news, though, if they want to make a Super Bowl, for the moment at least, they'd have to do it out of the 6th seed.
And bottom line, everybody wants to play at home during the playoffs. We know that's a given. But nothing builds character for a ball club quite like winning on the road in the playoffs, especially when no one thinks you can do it. And if you win one and gain confidence, who knows?
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they tried to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Rohrwasser's kick is good. And that will make our score 9-0.
Bears 0.
The interception, but very little movement after. That forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
It's 2nd and 8.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 20. First down, Chicago.
After one, it's 9-0.
With the score, Vikings 9, Bears nothing.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in.
The pass. Complete.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here. And he finds Jimmy Graham. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Montgomery. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 23. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
First down, Bears.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Montgomery back to the ground. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's
looking to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll be out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears draw a bit closer. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And they're back within a couple at 9-7 now. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And in the end, it was all capped off by the Damian Williams touchdown run.
Cairo Santos.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And you see Dalvin Cook in the offense heading back out, and he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
30-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On second down, Cook. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Open man as Thielen is complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Back to throw now on first down. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he is down at the 48. A pickup of 4 that started at 148-yard line and ended at the other. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Bears 48-yard line.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
The Vikings on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he will have the Bears 1st down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's another 1st down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Brings up 4th down.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So we reach halftime here in a tight 2-point contest as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And that one, a 1-point game at the half. 14-13 is the score. 2 touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
A gain of 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll set up to throw. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Viking 16. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Bears.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
So they went to the booth to see if that was a touchdown, and they have decided it will not be a touchdown. 6 points off the board. And quickly into the hands of Robinson. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Santos' kick is up and through, and they take the lead here by a point, 10-9.
Bears 10, Vikings 9.
Well, they don't get a touchdown here in the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 21-yard line.
It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Over the middle to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And at the 49-yard line.
Give to Cook out of the gun. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He was taken down by Reuben Foster. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
They'll get this underneath to Madison.
Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Alexander Madison. No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 26. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point, and what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue, not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That is caught at the 7. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
2 brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just hadn't been able to punch it in until that point. Mike Zimmer's made the decision. His guys will go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
First down, Chicago.
And they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
Nice gain there by the 2nd-year runner out of Iowa State, David Montgomery, who often finishes his runs moving forward and knocking defenders back. He finished tied with Josh Jacobs for the most carries by a rookie last year, but what the Bears need from him, improve on his 3.7 yards per attempt. If he gets that up into the 4s, look out. He can control a game with his running.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Montgomery, the ball carrier.
We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Montgomery. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Bears.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll look to throw now on first down. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Des Bryant.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go with Williams. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Cook. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
3rd down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he has the 1st down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Back to throw now on 1st down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's complete to the receiver, Thielen. But he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Back to the ground, Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
No luck going for 2 last time, so they'll just kick the extra point here. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Bears take over first and 10. At their own 23.
Now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he finds his tight end, Graham.
The pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Dumps this off over the middle, and he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Bears.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll look to throw here on first down. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. It's caught outright by Graham.
To Jimmy Graham.
23 yards on the play. That's complete right around the 8.
The pass.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. David Montgomery, the target out of the backfield. And now it's third down.
It's
Again, he'll drop the throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Santos now to add the PAT. And this is back to a 5-point game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Vikings hands team able to recover, and that should just about do it. But fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On first down, it's Cook. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Again, it's Cook. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Running for it. Here's Cook. He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So for the